Growing up, my next guest loved playing with Barbies, but as a girl with Down syndrome, she never had one that quite looked like her. Now, in part thanks to her, that has all changed. This week, Mattel unveiled a new doll as part of the Fashionistas collection designed to be more inclusive. The doll includes distinctive features common in those with Down syndrome and wears a blue and yellow dress, the colors of Down syndrome awareness. Kayla McEwen is the manager of grassroots advocacy at the National Down Syndrome Society. She joins me now along with the society's CEO, Candy Pickard. Welcome to you both, ladies. Thank you so much for joining us on this. Kayla, let me start with you. What was the most important thing for you when you thought about what you wanted this Barbie to look like? And now what is it like to know there is a Barbie out there that represents you?
Wow, Barbie approached us. I am so incredibly thankful, and just to see this new addition to the Fashionista line today, that this Barbie looks somebody like not just me, but me and my friends who have Down syndrome. That it is diverse, definitely representation is definitely pivotal today, especially seeing a doll just like this.
Are you happy with how she looks? Are you happy with how it turned out? And what about all the little girls behind you that now get to play with a Barbie that looks like them?
This shows as a role model for the younger kids, just to understand what Down syndrome is, and just having the features of an individual with Down syndrome with a flat nasal bridge and the augmented eyes. She's definitely a fashionista today.
She certainly is a fashionista today. Candy, talk me through this process. It's so incredible, right? Inclusivity and what it does for young girls and their self-confidence, which is so incredibly important, especially when they feel different in this world.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, families have been asking for a doll with Down syndrome for years, and Mattel listened. So I think that this is an incredibly important first step. There's so much work for us still to do to make sure people feel represented, but this is a great first step with doll play. And we feel like this isn't just a Barbie with Down syndrome. This is a Barbie that represents the whole disability community. So it's a great opportunity for families to have a conversation about Down syndrome, to understand the differences and the beauty of Down syndrome. I think you mentioned it at the beginning of the segments about representation. And this is we're very excited to bring this to the disability community.
I'm interested, Candy, specifically about the reaction inside the community, and if you're at all advocating for other ways in which Down syndrome can be represented, especially with toys, for instance, boys with Down syndrome, and how they can be represented as well.
Absolutely. I mean, when we first had these conversations with Mattel around the Barbie that Kayla was holding, we had the conversations as well with them around diversity, around, looking at a male Barbie and a lot of those conversations. So we're taking a lot of the feedback that the community is giving us. We've had a lot of outreach asking, when's the next Barbie that looks a little bit more like them? And so we want to provide that feedback back to Mattel, and hopefully we'll have an opportunity to do this again with another Barbie with Down syndrome.
Was your advocacy, Candy, was people in your community's advocacy a part of the design process with Mattel? Did they tap in to your knowledge of folks with Down syndrome?
They did. We were really inclusive. I mean, at NDSS, we include people with Down syndrome first and foremost in everything we do. So Kayla and our colleague Charlotte were part of the whole process, from strategy calls to the design. We also had a medical doctor that served on this committee who gave some feedback when we were designing the doll itself. So yes, we absolutely put people with Down syndrome first and foremost in the design and the implementation of the plans.
Kayla, when you were little, and I have a memory of this myself, playing with dolls that didn't look like me and how that made me feel, right? How did that make you feel to have to play with dolls that didn't look like you?
When I was young, I didn't think twice to have a doll that looks like me, because I would just play with dolls play out different storylines. But I never thought when I was young that there could be a doll with Down syndrome, and just being part of the process is just amazing. Having to create a doll that looks like somebody with Down syndrome, I'm so happy and so honored to be able to be a part of this beautiful fashionista.
Kayla, you are the first lobbyist on Capitol Hill who has Down syndrome, which is such an incredible accomplishment. You should be so proud of yourself, which I'm sure you are. And everybody around you should be.
I am very humbled.
What do you want people to know about Down syndrome, about having Down syndrome?
That Down syndrome is not an exact diagnosis. We are living proof of much more of what is expected of us. Yes, there are people with preconceived notions, but we are there to be against those odds, that we are capable of thriving businesses, that we are capable of driving a car or graduating from college and have those meaningful relationships with not just your boss, but with anybody. That we are valued members of this welcoming community, and we want to be valued as such. I want people to see our worth, see our value.
We see you, Kayla. We certainly do, and we cheer for you every day here. My team here, along with everybody else that's watching, I can guarantee you that. Kayla McKeown, thank you. Candy Pickard, thank you as well, and congratulations, you guys, on this. How cool is that?